You put borax and honey on a spoon and watch the ants come. Isn't borax like a detergent?
I believe it's used for cleaning purposes.
Yeah, like a detergent. That's a cleaning purpose.
Yeah.
Anyways, what the fuck's going on? Welcome back, Slapdicks. This is Around the Lunch Table, episode
32. 32.
Is it 30? Did we check? I think it's 32. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, haven't seen, we did announce. Thank you. Jesus. The fucking
is the light.
He just hopped in front. We did just announce. We surpassed 3,000 downloads, so thank you, everyone.
If you lift his tail, we're gonna get demonetized.
Dude, he's licking the part where he wiped the beer on him.
Don't say that. They're gonna be like a small-time podcaster, James Spence, fucking abuses animals.
He decides to hop up and eat now.
You ever accidentally abused an animal?
Like any animal?
I don't know. What's weird is this, like,
my oldest brother once fed a parrot Pepsi and it had like a heart attack and died.
I have a similar story.
I actually strangled a hamster.
Did you look it right in the eyes?
I was like 4.
You're just like,
I'm saying, and the only reason I know this story is because one of my siblings had told me years later.
They're probably very worried about it.
It's not like I microwaved it.
I mean, you looked it in the eyes.
No, I did. I just like I was 4. I was like 4 years old. I had no idea. I just a little
That's how
too
serial
hard.
killers start.
That is, but I think it's more in depth. And they throw them on the microwave. They chop off their arms or something. Can you imagine? Have you ever seen a hamster run on a wheel? And like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they're going so fast. Like you're never gonna.
Their arms like little. Imagine ordering hamster wings at a fucking Robin.
Dwayne, the Jock, Rohnson.
We were at the bar like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, by the way, this reminds me. When and why the fuck did we just start naming hurricanes? Like, why do we name the storms?
Hurricane Alfalfa.
Yeah, hey, Hurricane Harold fucked this town up in 2009.
Yeah, maybe.
Why did we start naming?
It's to make it sound like less menacing, I feel like. You know,
I came to the conclusion, I think it's like to keep track of them.
Well, I mean, you could just number them. The number system.
No, yeah, but I know, but I'm saying because people know things by name the most. So it's like Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah,
everyone knows about Hurricane Katrina and where it was. So I guess it worked in that sense. But who the fuck started that?
I like how when Katrina happened, like afterwards, like people were sort of building their lives. They're like, guys, that wasn't even the worst. That wasn't even the worst hurricane. Like Hurricane Susan was way worse. I'm like, these people's houses got fucked.
I think it was bad. And I'm saying because of where it was, like the location. That's why.
Straight from where Wayne's at, right?
New Orleans.
Yeah, the NO. Yeah, you're a Saints fan, right?
I am a Saints fan.
Yeah. You ever gone into someone's house and it's like it's like they got a Seahawk fucking lampshade and then the fucking couch is Seahawks.
Like I get the diehard fans. I get that part. My dad's a diehard Steelers fan.
But he doesn't have it like that.
Have you seen his office?
Is it pretty?
Because I bought him like a Pittsburgh, like the Giants thing I have in my room. He has that as Pittsburgh Steelers, his Pittsburgh comforters, he has Pittsburgh pillows.
No shit. Okay, so
he has a Pittsburgh mat. He has a Saran. Like a Saran.
What is a Steeler? Is that a thief?
A Steeler? I don't know what a Steeler is.
Yeah.
He has a signed Steeler jersey by Jerome Bettis in his room.
Really? Wow. If I knew who that was, that would be impressive.
Jerome Bettis, the bus. They call him the bus.
The bus.
You're a bus salesman. So. Yeah, they called him. You know what? I remember this newspaper article. So Jerome Bettis, it was in his last year. They're going to the Super Bowl. And because he was called the bus, the article said, this bus has one more stop. And he's like running, and he's running through the line.
So say like, what would be your one word nickname? Like you have Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the bus. We have Isaiah, the Stallion.
Isaiah the Lizard Lesney.
Isaiah the Lizard Lesney, yes.
Well, we have Jack the
X. Jack the X Spence.
That's so gay. It'd be Jack the Salamander Spence.
Salamander Spence. Yeah. What was your first gamer tag on Xbox?
My first gamer tag.
Was it Bard Termite?
That was Elijah. It was Joker Paste.
Joker Paste.
And the only rereason it was Joker Paste was because Matt Weekly helped me make it when I was younger, and his name was Fluffy Paste, so he did Joker Paste.
I still remember the email to this day, bjweekly@msn.com, and then Leah Matt.
Liam at 1
was the password. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
dude.
then we signed into it so many times he changed it.
And then he changed it, and I was like, and I texted him, hey, I'm like, this little kid texting him, what's your email password?
But I remember we set our like phone number as
I'm
the
like, bro,
recovery.
your fucking son put your name on there. Don't look
Yeah.
at me.
But we put our phone number on it as like the recovery phone number, so we kept resetting the password.
Yeah, we kept putting it something else, and he kept doing it.
Yeah,
So
'cause that's funny.
it was like a never-ending thing.
Yeah. On that line, like, do you remember, like, I mean, isn't there a thing called, like, the statute of limitations where, like, after, like, 7 years?
There is a Statute of Liberty. I don't know what the
Yes.
limitations.
Yes. Oh, you want to? Oh, hey, happy 4th of July, everyone, by the way.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we had
Yeah. You guys want a good 4th of July joke?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
What did the colonists wear to the Tea Party?
T-shirts.
Ah,
Ah.
what was George Washington's favorite tree? The infantry. God.
I think the best version of that joke I've heard is like, what are babies in the army? The infantry.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's something the Nazis did, right? Didn't they fucking like the Hitler?
Oh
Youth.
yeah, Hitler Youth. Yeah.
Remember it was like
Fucked up.
towards the end of the war. It's like we're not even shooting men. We're like
No,
shooting
because I'm
kids.
saying, you know that scene? Actually, there's a scene in a lot of movies like that, like in Fury. Like there's little kids with fucking rocket launchers. That's what they did.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Do you think you would have been a good shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have quick scoped everybody.
Yeah. Have you ever quick scoped in real life? I have.
With an airsoft gun.
I have with a 12 gauge shotgun, and I nailed it.
Okay, it's a shotgun. How do you miss?
Well, it was a clay pigeon. My dad went pull, and I was like,
Still, it's
I
a
mean-
shotgun. There's 85 BBs at
I
watch.
mean, it was
out there.
definitely a silent shot. Like, I held RB for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the crooked thing.
The thing, what was weird is like,
Did you ever hit like one of those crane shots in Marford 2 in high rise?
Yeah, when you go on. I was thinking about that today. Do you remember when you could get on the roof by going?
Yeah,
you
you had to jump on the little thing and then you had to run
ladder.
along the seam of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
You
when
put attack insertion up there, so if you died.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those were the fucking.
And then,
good
but
days.
someone called a predator missile in, you're
Yeah.
fucked.
I swear, I always got hit by those.
Yeah, and then they'd kill your attack insertion because they can see it.
Yeah,
and-
you know how they have like red squares? I swear mine was like a gold square because they just always went for me.
yeah, I bet that's what it was
Yeah,
like.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, actually, on that note, do you remember scamming kids for prestige points? That's why I brought up the statute
I
of limitations.
specifically remember actually being in a scam lobby. You were scamming the kids, and you told them in a custom lobby, like, dude, listen, I'm pretty sure you remember this. Dude, get on helipad. And there's like 4 kids in our lobby, and I was with you. And you're like, dude, get on helipad. Everyone get on helipad. I'll get you 10 prestige. And you pulled the RPG out, and you aimed it and killed everybody, and then you left the game.
I remember doing that. I remember I would get. You remember how I love the "Never Gonna Give You Up"?
Yeah,
the,
you
the,
loved Rick
the
Astley, dude.
fucking-
You
the-
were such a fan of that
the
song.
fucking Rick Rolled song. I remember I would.
You loved that song.
I remember. So I'd get everyone. I'd take everyone's Microsoft points, just taking it all, and then I would get I'd get him, and then as
Do you remember the message to all friends and recent players?
Yeah. I remember I'd get the lobby to like almost load, and then I'd change my TV input, blast the song through the mic for like a minute. So just say "Never Gonna Give" do the whole
Yeah.
song. Then I just unplug my Xbox and then block them all. It's fucked because I took like fucking $100 worth of. If we were smart, we would have gotten PayPal because all we had to do was spend it on fucking indie games. And
Yeah,
fucking-
probably.
yeah, that was funny.
Have you ever not caught, but like known like a friend jerking off?
Yeah. I've
Like I'm not saying like obviously I'm saying you
I've
like
never
you
been in the same room.
No.
No, that's good.
No. I'm saying have you like not red-handed but you're like oh like you knew.
Yeah, I've I mean, actually, this is a good question for you and me. You and I have lived with each other for like 5 years, and I've never caught you jerking it, and you haven't caught me, have you?
No.
That's strange.
Because we're incognito.
Yeah. Do you go in the bathroom, or do you do it in your room?
I don't do it in my room that much.
I don't either.
You know what's funny? You asked me one time, dude, have you done it on the couch? Why? You did ask me that one time. You asked me, dude, have you ever jerked off on the couch?
I was just being.
I'm like,
funny.
why would I jerk off on the couch?
Sometimes like setting causes more arousal.
Not when you're by yourself.
Yeah, I
That's like
know.
with someone else. It's like, okay, well, it's close to people. If someone walks in, ooh, it's scary.
It's scary.
Not when you're by yourself.
Yeah. So are you a bathroom guy?
Sometimes depends.
Well, where's the other times if you don't do it in your
Outside
room?
on the roof.
Just yanking
I
one.
like to be on the roof, so
Yeah.
then if people drive by, they get a glimpse.
Yeah. That's not public. I mean, because you're on your property, right? So you can.
But
jerk
no.
anywhere.
Well, but I'm saying if the public can see you, it's still
Yeah.
indecent exposure.
Do you remember?
It's you can do it. It's just frowned upon, like masturbating on an airplane.
Yeah. Do you remember when we were playing that game and Trevor got the question? It was what porn do you like? And he went to answer. I was
He
like,
also got all the questions,
and then I was like, bukkake. That's the weirdest porn.
100%, 100%.
It's fucked up that we know what that means. To be honest,
No, it's
I never
not.
watched
I
them.
knew what it meant in my
Yeah.
freshman year of high school because I'm.
But
you know,
it's
in high
like
school.
here's one petite teen and like fucking 20.
You know what's crazy? I remembered like just I see the thumbnails and
that's
I'm like
what- I
I
was
feel
gonna say that,
so
yeah.
bad.
I feel.
I'm like, wow, that poor girl. Jesus.
Yeah, I
you
feel
know.
like the guys got to be volunteers. Like they're not getting.
No,
paid for that.
100% they're volunteers.
It's very strange because like I couldn't imagine. I don't think I've ever actually watched one.
No,
But-
never.
I imagine like a lot of them are just sitting there just waiting for their turn and just
It's like fucking, dude. Do you
What?
remember the Omegle in what's the other one that we used to do?
Chatterbait.
Chatterbait.
Chatterbait. I thought I found my first love on Chatterbait. But my microphone didn't work on my webcam and I couldn't talk.
Dude, those places are just dark holes, man.
Yeah.
Every other one is a dude. Like, why?
Who does that?
Who's yanking it to some random, like, just fucking look up porn then
Yeah.
or something.
Bless you. I actually remember like there's one you know, like when you leave a plasma screen TV on too long and it kind of ingrains the picture in the background. That's what I remember because it was like I think it was my first time going on there. It was a guy like this, like laying back, and then the camera was just on like.
The crazy thing is, like, what does that person expect to see on the other line?
Exactly.
It's like, does he think there's going to be a girl in the next slide like, hey, baby?
And then she's just like, oh, and watch the ants come.
You put borax and honey on a spoon and watch the ants come.
Yeah. No, I don't get that. But some people get off to like fucking like, you know, people like. Here's a story. Here's a story. Someone I know.
Oh, no.
Someone I know was looking for a sugar daddy,
Who,
and she told me that a guy hit her up. There's like this app for sugar daddies, which
which
thing-
9 out of 10 of them are scams.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't get it. It's like, hey, you know what I try to tell this person is like, hey, no one just wants to give out money.
Yeah, not with no
99%.
reason. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they always expect something in return. They might give you a little bit of something here. They're gonna expect.
And
something.
nowadays it's like, you know, all the scam, like it's all the same thing. I've even gotten messages
Yeah,
like,
on my
do you
Venmo.
want a sugar daddy? Do you want to make $1,500 a week in allowance? I'm like,
Yeah, I don't get
oh
it.
my God.
But like those people. Okay, so this person has found this sugar daddy, and they messaged her and said, "Hey, like I like to be talked down to. Like, I basically want you to treat.
I like to be degraded.
Yeah, no, literally, I want you to treat me like shit, and I'll even like move in, and like to
Move
where,
in. That's a
to,
different
to
thing.
where she lived.
Next thing you know, they're chopping you up and eating your
Yeah,
stew.
and said like you won't even have to acknowledge my existence. I want you to degrade me, and I'll pay for all the bills."
See, that's a little.
There's this little Indian guy, and I was like, I don't know if I can do
Yeah,
that.
that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What race do you think is into the sexiest shit? I mean not the sexiest. the kinkiest shit. I'd say white people because they're just fucking weird. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, white is a generic thing. There's so many different types of.
There's fucking Slavics.
Europeans are nuts.
Yeah.
Europeans, man.
Known for their sexually aggressive men.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
Europeans.
like what is it about you? Like I know Paris just gets the bitches wet. Like obviously
Paris?
It's the Eiffel Tower, croissants, the fucking little
Yeah,
cafes with the 6 stools outside that you can read your laptop on or whatever.
Yeah,
whenever
it's like a
girls are
glorified
into it.
Starbucks.
Yeah, like it's where the girls have these little like niches that they niches.
Niches?
Snitches get fucking
Niches, yeah.
pricks. No, fucking girls have these like ideas where like they all just take each other's ideas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I like caramel macchiato frappuccinos, and now they all like
And then
them.
the next day, oh, I'm a huge caramel macchiato.
Yeah,
person.
day one sisters, and it's like
the thing is,
now you're all wearing boots in the fall.
like I'm a creature of habit. If I don't know, I'm just ordering the same fucking thing anyway.
Yeah, but like girls are like reptiles.
I'm excited for this analogy because I have no idea where it's going.
You know, like I'm thinking more of like an alligator, or is that an amphibian? Is that no?
An
That's
alligator is
it's a reptile, right?
it's not an amphibian.
Yes, that's a reptile. You know how that?
It's a reptilian.
You know how the alligators have their eyes right above the water, just waiting to pounce. That's women. They're just waiting for that sucker little piece of shit boy they can blood suck on.
Please elaborate.
Just skip across. I'm not talking about me.
No, I know.
I'm just saying they just the thing is we've all known like a hot girl who's dated someone way
Okay, here, let me clarify.
Yeah.
It's not all. It just became a very apparent thing nowadays.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. This whole like the I don't know. Dude, yeah. Oh no. Another.
You know what? Oh, but this is unrelated.
What?
You know what I've noticed?
What?
People who have kitchens with the pots are hanging over the island can cook.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers can cook. If I walk into your house, whether it's your parents' house, whatever, and you have pots and pans, like, you know, the little things you have to get hanging over the island, you can cook.
Yeah.
100%.
Or it's like a decoration. It's either they can't cook because it's all decoration, or
if they're not
just
in the
amazing.
cabinets, them motherfuckers are just grilling shit.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a ton, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
I've walked into a handful, and every single one, whether it's a friend's house, whatever it may be, cooked some mean food.
Yeah, some mean shit. We talked about the.
You don't put your pots and pans on display unless you're fucking raw in the oven.
Yeah, it's kind of like
On
putting
the stove, I mean.
it's
Raw
like-
on the oven.
It's like putting
You're raw on the stove.
It's like putting a samurai sword like above your chair in the office and not being able to.
Yeah,
use
it's like the one doctor who has all his achievements on the wall.
Yeah.
He's a little cocky, but you know he knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like if you had an office and you had to put a weapon on the wall, what would it be?
If I had an office,
You had to put a weapon on the wall.
well, first of all, if I had
to act menacing.
if I had an office, first of all, that company's fucked up because I'm gonna run that shit.
Yeah.
But I will say, if I had to have a weapon, which is a weird thing to bring in the workplace, which I don't think would be allowed, but I would say a blow dart gun.
With the little feathers on. I had one of those.
I remember.
Yeah, and I shot my sister in the back of the head with one, and it like stuck.
Like the little syringes
Yeah.
with the little plastic tops.
Yeah, I remember trying to put rubbing alcohol on them because I thought it was like poison.
You know, better to be hurt by someone you know on accident than someone you don't know on purpose.
Very true.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I remember. This is fucked up, but I remember like hunting, and I shot a squirrel, and it went through its neck into the ground, and I just like ran around in circles.
Yeah, it was convulsing.
Yeah, it was
Do you remember wrist rockets?
Wrist rockets? Like
It's like a slingshot, but it had that thing that went so you could
Yeah.
shoot away. Because obviously, if a slingshot, you can only pull back as far as your wrist would hold, so it wouldn't be as hard. But like the wrist rocket had the little brackets that went on your wrist, so you could fucking just pull it all the way back.
yeah. What was the first animal you ever killed? You gotta remember.
The first animal I ever killed was a bird
Yeah, same here.
with my Red Ryder BB.
That's same. It was a blue jay.
It was on Blue Jays are dicks, so it's okay.
Yeah.
It was sitting on the telephone line. But here's do you know how the telephone lines there's poles and then there's the horizontal wires holding it
Yeah.
up? It was sitting on a horizontal wire. It was really close. I was shooting another one. I missed. And I'm like, and I looked over. I'm like, and I just obliterated puff of feathers.
No
Obliterated it.
Mine took like 6 shots of hitting.
Okay,
it
here
6
this is
shots.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this. Okay. This actually
Did you
happened.
try to eat the bird?
No.
Oh, I did.
No, and this is fucked up. But here, listen. At this, I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, I want to kill something, and then you feel guilty. So and this was a pump BB gun. Like you have to load it.
Oh yeah.
You have to pump
It
it.
was a pellet gun.
And it was a pellet gun, and I shot it. It fucking fell, but obviously I had to like get the BB reload or whatever. So it's sitting there on the ground, and it's trying to like run away on its feet. and it was a snow day. It was a snow day, so that's why I was home. This is an actual fact. So everyone
They migrated during the winter.
It was not all birds do that. Are you?
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, every bird migrates in this. So in the winter, I should never see a bird. Okay. Anyways, don't listen to him. So this is fucked up.
Yeah.
I felt bad after I did it, but in the moment, I was just bloodthirsty, I guess. So I shoot it. It's on the ground, and it gets on its feet. I must have hit it like in the wing, so it starts running away on its feet.
Yeah.
It's like running away, and I could because the pump I had hit the button up and then shake the BB out and then put it in. But I didn't have time for that because it's running away. So I fucking sprinted at it with the butt of my gun. That was fucked up. I'm admitting it now. I apologize publicly. I was a little kid. I just wanted to kill something, and I did it.
So you choked a hamster and then you ran a bird down with the butt of your gun.
No, I sprinted at it.
I'm locking my door tonight.
And I was like, and I golfed it with my handle of my gun, and I killed it.
Did you kill it? That's
yeah, and I cried after. I felt terrible.
Yeah. You know how you said you were bloodthirsty in the moment? Have you ever just been doing some sexual shit, just getting into it?
Yeah, and
then once you come,
and then later on, you're like, what the fuck was going?
What took over me?
Yeah, what was that cannibalistic instinct? That just yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like the human instinct comes out.
Yeah, have you ever and we've said it 100 times before, but we're gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Like Lil Wayne says, as soon as I come to my senses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely happened. Or yeah. That's you're in your mind, all these things going on, oh my god, oh my fucking god, and then the next thing you know, you're done, and you're getting some water, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with me?
I know the only thing going through your head is, God, I hope she doesn't tell her friends.
Well, I wasn't saying I did that. I'm saying,
I know. Yeah.
I feel like you have an interesting story.
No, I don't at all.
Don't get my toe after that.
I was trying to lift my leg up.
No, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
One of those things.
What's that thing? It's this dude was I think it was Sam Morril had a bit, and he was my friend was dude, before you go on that date, you should jerk off so then you last longer. Right before, it's but if you jerk off, you're not going to want to go on that date.
You're not going on that date.
Yeah, you're not going to want to go.
Which is interesting because, I mean, men are so primal. We just want to
yeah.
We just want to fuck.
Yeah.
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 And then if you jack off before a date, it's just I'll take a nap.
But then what you really want to do comes in your mind. I just actually am going to text my boy back and say, hey, I'm going to be online tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to play. I'm down to play some games.
It's go watch that movie by yourself.
Cause it's oh, sorry guys, I can't hang out tonight. I'm going on a date. And it's hey, actually, I'm not going out, guys. I'm not going out, guys. Yeah,
it's he beat one off.
Yeah.
Have you actually tried that? Have you tried jacking off for a date? I used to do that all the time. I still went on the date.
Actually, there was a number of times I never did, but there was a couple times I did because it was if someone was wow.
I actually, believe it or not, think you're the one who told me to do that.
Probably did. I probably did.
You said you're you last longer if you go.
But it was more or less the fact of the matter was, if you do that, let's be honest. In everyone's livelihood, they've gone on dates. They've been with people that's I'm not completely into them, but I'm down just because it's it's kind of fun to be with someone.
To do.
Yeah, especially when you're high school, because it's exciting.
Yeah,
it's okay, well, I'm still going on a date with someone, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because when you do that, it kind of filters out the real okay, I'm actually wanting to be with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It filters that out.
Because then the sex is gone. We should go on Too Hot to Handle.
Probably should.
I think that for those of you who haven't seen the show,
God,
it's a show
cringy,
about.
Though. It's so cringy.
It's definitely acted. There's not people that.
100%. Thanks to Aaron, we watched too many episodes of that.
Yeah,
they're all TikTok people. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks awful.
God.
They basically they go on an island and then they all can't do anything. And then
but they do. I'm saying, but they get penalized when they do.
Yeah,
shit.
so there's 100 G's, and they lose money every time one gets an
and
awkward handy.
What was the one we just watched? And then the finale, whoever won got 55. It was originally 100, but they did. Yeah. They all were fucking with each other. What's
funny is
if
it's for 100 G's, I will not fuck for a month.
But the thing is, when you're with 12 or 13 people, it's well, they're gonna fuck up, so.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as fucking well.
The worst part was this one dude, the fucking TikTok dick. he said he told his boys, and he was like, "Hey, like this is an investment on your end. I need to go jack off because jack off is also
Good advice,
penalized.
though. Good advice.
And
Oh,
so-
it is?
Yeah, it's penalized.
What if you run off the resort and jerk off the wilderness?
Well, I mean, it's on an island, so you have to go. On the
Exactly.
ocean.
An
It's
island.
salty. You ever gotten anything inside your penis while jacking off, like shampoo or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely in my early years.
Yeah, it
early
was
years.
in, like,
early
middle
years.
school. Yeah.
Have you ever like, not inside, but I'm saying, have you ever heard the thing of like, oh, if you get icy hot next to like a blood vessel, like your armpits or something, it hurts like a bitch? Dude, it does. It does.
I actually had icy hot on this weekend. It wasn't bad.
Well, it has to leak down into like I'm saying if you had it in like a sensitive area.
Or like a.
My dad was in the shower one time. We lived at Dark Hollow, like that. You remember that house? And I was like asleep. It's like 6 a.m. And my dad had put icy hot on like his neck and his chest because he had some sore muscles or something like that.
Mhm.
And so like it was right before he took a shower and it leaked down.
Oh.
And it's like 6 a.m. He's like, ah! And it like leaked down onto his fucking wiener and balls apparently because he told the story later on.
Damn. Yeah, I remember like putting icy hot in this kid's cup because he had an Audi belly button and little league.
Why?
No, it was little league. We're all like 10, and then this kid took his shirt off. He had an Audi belly button, and we're like, it's
Ha ha,
well,
you piece of shit.
no, we didn't know what it was. We're like, it's an alien or whatever the
That's
fuck.
fucked up.
And so then like he was the catcher, and we took his cup and just doused it with ice.
What's the most roasted you've ever been? Like whether it's embarrassed in front of a bunch of people or like
embarrassed?
like someone said like someone was the root of it. Like someone like just
It's probably you, I would think.
me.
You roast me more than anyone.
Not in a serious,
Yeah, I know.
facetious way.
It would have to be like that's a good question. The most embarrassing moment.
Like it's not most embarrassing like you've done. Like, oh, I peed my pants. Like it's like someone else kind of like pointed something out that was embarrassing. And you're like, wow, I just got fucking Krispy Kremed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I think I remember one.
Nice.
It was we went to state my senior year for baseball, and we were getting haircuts, and I let Cody and someone
Is this
else.
when you did the geology teacher haircut?
Well, it was. I didn't choose the haircut. Let me just say that. By the way,
You were
I
peer
said
pressured.
I said they could do whatever they wanted.
Oh, you
And
fucked
so
up. And they did the science teacher fucking.
They fucking cut
Hey,
like a.
hey, can you? We need. I have the picture somewhere on my phone. We're gonna post that on ATLT.
Yeah, yeah. So
We're gonna post it. Everyone who doesn't know, it's so fucking funny, and we're gonna put it on ATLT.
It's like those monks have the little circles.
Yeah, but you had like just the sideburns.
Yeah, but if I put a hat on, it looked normal.
Yeah, and then you took the hat like.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I remember because when you guys were playing the state championship game, we were after you, so we were in the stands,
Yeah.
like watching because it was like the last inning, and you guys are playing, and you're sitting in the dugout with your hat, with your head, and they're like, "Dude, who the fuck is that? Like, what is that fucking haircut?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that's fucking Jack," because I was the team after you.
Yeah,
so.
I remember that.
Like
I remember you were there. Yeah.
Yeah, my senior year.
The no, what was funny? Well, actually, what was fucked up is I remember like being a G, going to it because you weren't allowed to wear hats in the building. And I went to like Mrs. Rickabaugh or fucking
Mrs.
Mr.
Rickabaugh.
Booker or Mrs. Bookanogan or okay, they all have fucking weird names. And being like, hey, I got this embarrassing haircut. Can I wear like this beanie? Because I'm not. And they said no.
They're like, no, you're gonna be embarrassed for your
Yeah,
decisions.
and it was like if this was some fucking shy girl, you would have let her.
yeah,
fuck it.
oh yeah, they would have let him.
Yeah, do you remember like the 3-finger rule for like skirts and shit?
Yeah,
And I was
what
like,
the
come on, I want to see it.
Well, the thing is, that's not even that like high.
Yeah.
I'm saying even like I went
You
to. I'm
seen
saying I
Asians?
graduated from public school. I'm saying even with like it still wasn't that high. It was like it wasn't even that
3
bad.
fingers above the knee, that's like.
That's barely anything.
That's not even my swim shorts.
Yeah, I'm saying my swim shorts are higher than that.
Yeah. It's
Like,
very strange.
Come on.
Yeah. What was like a style you hated the most that you wore? Like.
You know what's funny? You had a similar style. But I just didn't wear Supras. I wore
the purple high tops.
I wore
That's what I
purple
was gonna
Nike
say.
high tops. And here's the thing. I tucked the jeans into the
into the
shoes.
Yeah.
God, what the fuck? But you did too. But you had Supras.
Yeah.
those are higher than
Wayne wore.
those were high.
That
Yeah,
big
that's
old
why-
bill.
that's why-
Fuck.
Yeah,
You'd always call me Barney. I remember that.
because they were so purple.
Justin Bieber had him, man. I was dripping.
Dude, yeah, he did. It was a big thing. And I remember I wore like purple high. I I remember I would have like this cycle of like there are a couple polo tees, but there's also some long ones I'd roll up like plaid, and then I'd wear like this one. I had this plaid long sleeve black and white plaid, and I'd roll it up above my elbows, and then I'd wear the purple high tops tucked in with like the black jeans tucked in, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking dripping right now.
I remember my parents just thought that I like had school spirit, and I was like, because they're like, oh, you want purple shoes? Oh yeah, school pride.
Yeah,
I was like,
yay.
I was like, because that was our school colors. I was like, no, it was because fucking JB wore this, and he's getting all the pussy.
I just snot rocketed.
Oh, I remember we were talking this weekend about arrests, and I know I've been citizen arrested, but have you ever been arrested?
No,
For anything?
I've been like, what's it called? In a custody until like when I was slapped on the hood. But other than that, no.
No. Yeah. Have you ever been to like court or anything?
No.
No.
Dude,
you know what's nuts is remember like back in the day you'd get like, I choose trial by combat. And it was like you could just fucking fight your way out.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I murdered this village, but I'm a better fighter than.
Dude, the crazy thing is, it's like, oh, you got the flu, you're dead. Oh, you got shot. Here's a bottle of whiskey. Good luck.
Yeah.
I would have, if this was olden times, I would have been dead a year.
This was the ancient times.
If we were like in like colonial, I would have been dead a year ago. I would have already died.
I think the lifespan was like 30, right? Jordan's almost dead.
I'm saying on average, but I'm saying you could live longer, but it's like if you get really sick, if you get wounded really bad, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah. The what I want to know is like say there wasn't alcohol, how advanced would we be right now? We'd have flying cars and shit.
That is not how that works.
I mean,
if there wasn't alcohol, we would. No,
I mean,
way.
The whole world's been fucked up for like since the dawn of time.
Dude, that is not. No, that's not true. It's more like if we all lived in harmony and there was never any wars and we all pulled our resources together, we
didn't have religion. Yeah, all wars are based on fucking religion most of the time.
I mean, if you're talking about old battles like Crusaders and shit. Crusaders. What school was the St. Mary's?
Yeah,
St. Mary's.
They sucked at sports.
St. Mary.
They're like, we're good at track.
The thing is, they did suck but I'm saying when I was like in middle school, they were good.
Well, I mean, middle school, you just have to have one kid that's.
No, I'm saying when I was in middle school, watching their high school team was really fucking good.
Do you remember that one kid in like middle school who just peaked before everyone else, and then just stayed the same size?
Yes. Oh my God. I know a couple.
Yeah.
I remember even in Little League, there was this kid, Garrett Allner, and he was on the Yankees, and he was a fucking beat. Well, first of all, it's one of those. I'm 13, but I'm league age 12. When that was a thing.
Okay.
So but I'm saying he was a man-child. He just fucking raped.
But then they stay the same size for like ever, and then you end up being bigger than them like 5 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, because he peaked so fast, I'm saying there was actually a handful of kids that were fucking huge. Like in Little League, and I'm like, oh my God, he's hitting like fucking 20 homers.
There was this kid named Ben. I remember like he hit a home run. And then he went back up and switch hit and hit a home run. And we're just like, oh. And then I saw him like 10 years later. I don't remember where.
Dude, you're a loser.
No, but he was still like 5'6".
Yeah.
But like at the time, he was like towered over all of us. And it was like looking down at him. I'm just like,
yeah, it's just some people age faster. Like some people in my grade like had beards freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Sophomore year of high school had beards. Yeah. I didn't have a beard until a year ago.
Isn't that like from like formula babies, right? I think. I don't know, like if they drink formula.
I don't know. Acne? I think it's genetics.
Oh, I thought it was formula.
It's genetics mostly.
It was like the government isn't putting
like lead and Gerber. Cheese. They put lead in Gerber food and smashed peas.
Yeah, I've also heard they put there's fluoride in the water.
Probably.
Actually, that is a fact, but
it is known.
Yeah. It's to help our teethers. Yeah,
and then to kill our bodies.
Yes,
that is how it is. Why? You know what I love is, do you like Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Dwayne the Jock Rohnson?
Dwayne the Jock Rohnson. I like how he was a shitty WWE actor and then just became a shitty actor. But he's gotten better over time.
Well, the thing is, I think he's good.
What was that? Was that The Bridge to Terabithia? No, it was
that was not him. That was fucking not him.
What was the movie where they were like on a board game?
Jumanji.
No, Zathura.
Okay, Zathura. It was not The Rock.
It wasn't The Rock.
That was not the fucking Rock.
The Zathura, and it had like the Godzilla looking guy.
It was not The Rock.
Oh.
But they had the Godzilla creatures that came on it.
Yeah.
That was
board
not
game.
The Rock. I forgot his
Yeah.
name, but he's married to Kristen Bell.
Kristen. Do you think Kristen Stewart was hot? I never did.
I never thought she was bad looking.
I just thought like it's not a reason for.
Do you remember
to
how
fight
big
wars
when the
over.
Twilight Saga was big? All the girls are wearing Twilight
I
shirts to
remember
school.
Mallory had a shirt that was like Team Jacob.
Yeah.
I remember her
Yeah.
carrying that around, and we're like, ooh.
And then we look at another girl. Who is your team?
Yeah.
Oh, and then all the guys. I'm Team Edward.
In Team Edward.
'Cause
No, she was Team Edward. She was Team Edward.
I thought she was Team Jacob because her husband's name is Jacob.
Yeah. She didn't know that at the
she's a
time.
type.
Yeah, she did. She actually, she used to keep her horse at my house. Actually, this is a funny story, Mallory, if you're listening.
She did?
Yeah, so she had her horse at my house, and she would come by every morning.
Put borax and honey on a spoon. Watch the
Ants
ants come.
and she would come by and feed it. And I remember one time,
Like hay?
yeah, like I never like she was like older than me, and like I was still in like
Like a
awkward
year.
stage. Like I was like 13, 14 or something.
I'm saying,
like,
yeah, she was in high school. You were an 8th grader.
yeah. So it was like I can't talk to this girl, but like it was like that awkward stage, you know. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to her. And so I remember,
This is Jacob's wife.
yeah. Dude, it was like I'm like 13.
It's okay, Jacob. I went to wife with her. I went to prom with her.
Yeah. So I remember like my parents used to like literally spank me over feeding the chickens or whatever because I'd never do it. I never.
Did you ever like? Okay, I'm not gonna say torture chickens, but did you ever?
I tried to kill them all once, and I'll get to that. In a
What
second.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I like how you're giving me shit for killing a bird, and you try to kill all your
Those
chickens.
chickens ruined my fucking life. Anyways, so
You poison them?
yeah. Well, I tried.
I want to know.
Okay, well, I gotta finish the first story.
Okay, fine. I want to know what happened.
So fucking it was funny because my parents.
You're the
caught me-
serial killer.
My parents caught me doing this because I would never fill the chicken's water, and I'd just get grounded over it, just fucking everything over this, right? And so then I was like, oh, she goes into the barn to get hay. I'll conveniently go fill up the chicken's water, and then we're chatting, right? So I remember going in there. I think it was on like Christmas morning or something. I was
Also, home field advantage.
yeah, home field advantage, and you know it was Christmas. I was like, I'm gonna do
Odds
it.
were in your favor.
Yeah. Conversation didn't. I don't know what the fuck we talked about, but I was probably just like, hi.
Hey, do you have a BB gun?
You want to see my
You
airsoft
jailbroke a
collection?
PSP.
No, I just remember like I went in and like just probably.
By the way, PSP was
Fucking
ahead of their
its
time.
Ahead
I'm
of
not
its
kidding
time.
you. PSPs are just as good as Switches, if not better.
Better.
All the options you could do.
The little discs.
Yeah, dude, ahead of
Yeah.
their time.
Yeah. Anyways, to finish the story, my fucking parents see me go out there and like change the water like on my own, even though like I refused to do it. And then they're like, "Oh, Jack's going out there to like say hi." And then I'm
You're like 14. Who cares?
Yeah.
13. Who
Oh,
cares?
I think they cared. But fucking murdering the chickens. Yes, I hated.
So you
them.
did murder the chickens?
No, I tried. I hated.
How do you
them.
try to murder chickens? Explain.
Explain. A
device
capable of harnessing the power of the
stones.
I remember like I kept getting grounded for them because like their water things would be too green. The food wasn't arranged properly.
They're chickens. They don't give a fuck.
Oh, my mom treated them like they were her own fucking kids. Yeah. I mean, if it was her way, I mean, I would have been in the coop and they would have been in my room.
Chop the tops off the coops.
Yeah, she fucking loved those things. And so I remember just like I had enough. I was like, these chickens gotta go. It's me or the chickens. And so I like
a sacrifice.
Yeah. I'm going through like the garage trying to find like rat poison or something.
Jesus
and
Christ, you're this fucking serial killer.
I found like snail poison or whatever.
Snail poison.
It was like to kill.
I have never. It's salt. That's what kills.
No.
And why would anyone poison
No,
snails?
it was like snails and other insects or something. I don't remember, but I remember
There's
that,
no way
that
there's
the
not
box
snail poison.
that the box kind of looked like their food, like the pebbles inside.
Yeah.
So then my mom's like, "Go feed the chickens." I'm like, "I will," and then I fucking just took the box and just filled it up with it, and they didn't die. What was fucked is that poison probably went out through their eggs and like poisoned my family.
their babies have 8 heads.
Yeah, my parents were sick for like 2 weeks or something. I don't know.
Oh, because they eat the egg.
Yeah.
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I did. I tried to kill them all in one fell swoop.
You should have just fucking gathered them all and thrown them over the fence or something.
Yeah, into the blackberries. Just let them suffer.
No, they would have ran off and just got lost and they got eaten by shit.
No, my mom was very adamant about free range chickens. So they.
Did your chickens ever get killed by like coyotes or some shit?
I prayed for it every night. Yeah.
Never happened?
Yeah, like once, but like they had like a fence and everything. Like if I had a time machine, I would go back and just, you
have like bear traps. Just puff of feathers.
I think I just take a sword and just finish the job.
Fruit Ninja.
Yeah. Remember that big ass sword I had? That fucking like.
I do remember
sword?
that.
Yeah, I actually sharpen it and just.
Just fucking Skyrim the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I would. Skyrim the fuck out of them.
Do you remember Skyrim like shooting dudes point blank and nailing their head to trees and shit?
Yeah.
I loved doing that.
Yeah. Well, we're at 40.
Well, shit. All right, everybody. Well, that's gonna fucking do it for episode 32.
32.
Yeah. So for those of you who still haven't or don't or maybe want merch but you don't, like, we still have it. I mean, the summer collection's still out. I just got mine, of course, when I got back from the fucking trip, but I got a visor, some shirt, a dad hat, some cool shit there. It's
sexy.
it's still in the store, and it's going to be there till probably after August. Probably September. It's probably be until September or so. And then we'll probably come out with like a fall collection type thing with some hoodies, beanies, et cetera, et cetera.
Next year we're going to Photoshop out the 1 and write a 2 and drop the same collection.
Probably. But yeah, and then we'll have like for fall and winter thing. But it's probably going to be up until September-ish, like the middle of September maybe, and then we'll switch it. But there's some good shit on there now. So if you haven't done that, go and do that. And again, thank you everyone. We were a little late because we did surpass 3,000 actually a couple days ago, but we just were out on vacation, so we didn't address anything.
Also, shout out Aperture Oceans to bring ads. And
oh fuck life. Yeah, our sponsor. Shout out to Aperture Oceans bringing ideas and ads to life. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot.
And the fall collection, we got scarves, boots, the cuffs that girls wear above the boots.
That's not true, but yeah,
Vests.
It's there. And yeah. So if you haven't done that, do that already. But and we're looking at some potential. The Conspiracy Podcast still in talks. Haven't gotten there yet. You want to talk about some subscription things?
Yeah. So again, subscription things coming out soon with the episode a week early. We have some potential big time guests. Not going to name any names, but we're working on some things. We did DM Justin Bieber. He has yet to get back to us, but we do have our fingers crossed.
He did that drunk as fuck on our vacation.
Yeah,
so.
I was like, I'm gonna tell him.
Actually, there are actually some potentially huge guests. Potentially that could come on here.
So,
and for those people who listen to our podcast, I'm assuming you're podcast people. You probably have heard of them. So
yeah, they and when I mean potential, I don't mean just like Justin Bieber. We DM'd them. We actually have been talking back and forth. So very excited. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna come out with some new shit. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week and see you. Let's get rowdy up in here.